The second annual Proud to Be Us event kicks off at the sports field of the U.S. Ambassador to Laos, aiming to increase awareness on sexual health education regarding HIV/AIDS and STI related to young key affected population. According to one of the event organizers, Anan Bouapha, Laos is categorized as a low-prevalence country, but doesn't mean Laos is not at all at risk.
First, let me say,
the annual Proud to Be Us event was held for the second time, joining by the Lao Red Cross Society, the Youth Center for Health and Development of Lao Women's Union, UN agencies and other organizations at the sports field of the Embassy of the United States of America. The event also joined by representatives from the American, German, UK embassies and other international organizations. The fun day filled music, dance, skits and dramas exploring issues faced by marginalized people in certain Lao society, particularly the rise of HIV/AIDS among young key affected population.
My advice is that you get information, that knowledge is what's so important in terms of knowing how to protect your health, what behaviors are safe, what behaviors are not safe. And there are lots of organizations out there who will advise you and help you. Vientiane Youth Center, Lao Red Cross, many others. And so I think that's my biggest advice is don't be afraid to go and ask any of these organizations or clinics or teachers or doctors to answer your questions and advise you with your life.
According to U.S. Ambassador to Laos, Karen Stewart, the gathering is an important venue in increasing awareness on sexual health education regarding HIV/AIDS and sexually transmitted infections, and to promote the concept that everyone can be a valuable resource to national development if they are not subjected to stigma and discrimination.
Why? Because my name is Anan Bouapha. My role today is the coordinator of this event. And the overview of the event is to promote the young participation in the development area, particularly HIV/AIDS prevention, and also sexual health and reproductive health. Proud to be us, and we see a bunch of diversity people because these people are most at risk people categorized by the global stage and also national level as well. In 2007, we conducted the first prevalence, the first data collection about the HIV prevalence among this group. It is 5.6%, which is quite high. So actually, our country is categorized as the low prevalence country, which is 0.2%, but doesn't mean that we are at low risk. We are surrounded by the countries, a high-risk country. So the idea is to invite everybody together to know about, to brainstorm how can we work to reduce the HIV/AIDS rate among these people, particularly diversity people, young people in general, young LGBT, young people from all walks of life. We want them to be educated about sexual health education more because it's very dangerous and burning issues in our country.
According to the National Center for HIV/AIDS Prevention, Ministry of Health, and certified by UNAIDS, currently there is an estimated of over 8,000 people who are reported to be infected with HIV/AIDS virus in Laos, and with young people between 15 to 25 years of age, most at risk because of unprotected intercourse and the lack of education and information on this issue.
Important thing, then we teach them how to prevention HIV/AIDS, then teach them the way how to get HIV/AIDS, because when we live together we cannot get HIV/AIDS. And
many people engage in unsafe sex because they are not aware of how to protect themselves from the disease. The center is focusing on an information campaign by distributing free condoms and expanding its advisory network for at-risk groups.
หน้าที่ในการจัดงานของพวกเขาก็คือในการที่ให้ความรู้สุขศึกษา
One of the main challenges is that the education level of Lao people, especially those living in the remote areas, remaining low. The government attaches great importance to the health of the Lao people by ensuring access to health services and information on how to avoid contracting the disease.
มีเสื้อพวกนี้วิธีที่ดีที่สุดก็คือการใส่ถุงยางอนามัยทุกครั้งกับผู้ทำงานทุกคนของทาง
According to health officials, Laos faces a serious threat from the virus because it is surrounded by 5 nations with a higher rate of infection. As a transit country, the trend is towards more exchanges of people and goods between neighboring countries, leading to more hotels and entertainment venues offering sex services and the means to acquire injection drugs.